What's good, guys? It's TSG. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some of the highlights from July's leaks. And today we actually have a special guest, a reoccurring guest on this channel, especially very recently. But let's say what's up to Vetemor. What's good, my guy?
What's good, guys? It's Vetemor here.
Yo, what's up? Man,
Let's go.
So, yeah, you already know. Let's not waste any time. We'll get straight into it, man. So essentially, we're just going to have a look at some of the leaks that I've compiled, and we're just going to share our thoughts. But so, yeah, Vetemor, we actually haven't talked about the overworld leaks. I don't think me and you have talked about it. What did you think, man? Because obviously this is Shard Bluff Labyrinth. We can see the jumping point up here where we started. What were your thoughts when you saw them do all of this in the leak, the grant leak?
The grant leak was freaking epic. Honestly, like, anyone that hasn't seen it has to watch it. There'll be a link to that in the description of this video. I'm sure you'll add that, TSG, because it was just so cool to see them explore these different places, some of the ideas they've got planned out for them. And I really like that they were willing to show us levels, even though they're not like fully set dress or like perfected. They're just the rough outline. And like the thing that I really liked was like those geysers that you like go on and then they blast you up a level or two. Those looked sick.
That looked mad. Yo, I think it was so funny because when I did the video about it, I was so excited about it, and I had comments being like, yo, when you said that, I felt that. But yo, the thing I loved about this one was like, yo, the crazy amount of like just different levels. Like, people don't realize like you go all the way down, there's like the caves down below, you've got all of this up here, you've got the green on the other side of this thing. Like, I'm super excited for this one. I think this one is probably one of my most anticipated regions, and then Brightland Steps. That just looks sick to me. The green and purple just looks sick.
It feels like the kind of region that you play it 10 times and then you play it an 11th time and you find something you'd never even seen before.
Like a hidden cabin or something, right?
I think most of them are like that. Like, they're just so damn big. And there's also a lot of levels and stuff. But this one especially definitely has a lot of levels and places that you might just miss or walk past.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's move on to so we've got this thing here with the plants. I know they're like, I didn't include too many plants, but I just thought this was really sick. Like the whole firework thing. Oh,
damn.
Yeah, yo, the shockwave. Is this the one? Now there's another one. There's another one later on with shockwaves. But I reckon, yo, again, just seeing all of this in the overworld is just gonna be cool, man. It reminds me, like, I'm curious. When you see this, what does this remind you of? Does this remind you of anything?
I mean, the Avatar, probably.
Right.
I don't know what else it could be. It's just so like bright and luminescent. Yeah. And it's that Avatar vibe, which is Avatar is basically an alien world, but it's also just like slightly more Illuvium, right? Yeah. Like, it definitely is its own style, which I think is amazing.
I think for me, because I agree 100% that it's Avatar-esque. I think it's Avatar-esque and Pixar. I think both of those together, like, Avatar is very magical, but it looks realistic, right? Whereas Pixar is very like stylized. And I think this is like the best of both. So I'm excited to actually go into the world and see all of this. But all right, we won't spend too much time. So Mel, what have you been thinking about all of the skins leaks? Because obviously, like, the land sale blueprints, that's been a discussion for a while now. And we didn't actually see so much of this until recently. And this is the kangaroo, the tree kangaroos. What are your thoughts on all of the skins that we've seen so far?
I think a lot of them look sick. All of them just make you want a tier 3 skin. And immediately you start doing the math in your head and you're like, even if a tier 1 is just like as low as like, I don't know, $2, $3, $5 each, like, that's still like, to get a tier 3 is like, I don't know, $50 maybe, or some shit. And then to get 3 of them, and then you need the blue, you need all this, and you're like, what? Skins are gonna be super mad, like, to get these mad tier, which I think is sick. I think it's sick. Can you zoom in on the kangaroo? Because I actually haven't seen this leak, and I haven't seen the stage 3 of it. That looks ridiculous, bro.
That looks mad. Look at it. Actually, I didn't have to even
in Australia. What?
Yeah, these are definitely, Yo, I like the little one. Yo, this is great. I didn't actually even think about this. Let me go have a look at all of them, right? I never.
Yeah, I've seen this, but I never thought to zoom, because I've seen the first 2 because they were leaked on my channel.
Yeah, that's super cute.
I love them. Yeah, they are super cute. It's also sick because it's the only Illuvium that has 2.
We already know what the next one's gonna be. But yeah, all right, this is where they start to get bigger. This guy gets a bit tankier. And then
Yeah.
the third one looks mental. Like you say, man.
It
Like,
looks
it's
almost
sharp.
like a vampire bat. Like apart from it being
Yeah.
a kangaroo, but it almost looks like bat-like.
Yeah. I wonder what the Omega is going to be. Has that been released yet?
I feel like a tail flick, but I have no idea. I have
Because
absolutely
there's
no clue.
two of them, right? So I'm curious what it's going to be. But
They
yeah,
might
man,
work
like,
together. Yeah, that's a good point as
it
well, you
has
know.
to. Because I know, like in Smash Brothers, Ice Climbers, the double, or even Rosalina or Luma, or like Olimar, all of those, like we call them puppeteer characters, where you're controlling two characters. They have to work together, right? There's a synergy between them.
Yeah.
But yeah, yo, the thing that I was thinking, man, with these tier 3 skins, I actually think from everything that I've seen, because everyone's going to want these stage 3 alluvials and stage 3 skins, I reckon that the stage 1s are actually going to be super, super rare in regards to like this. It's going to be super scarce because everyone's going to be burning them to get to the stage 3 to actually use them and do that. I think stage 1 is going to be underrated just because like everyone's going to kind of like, oh, but there's so many stage 1s, let's burn through them and get to stage 3. And then they're going to look back and realize, yo, damn, there aren't actually that many stage 1s anymore. That's my thought there. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that.
I mean, I actually disagree. I think it's great that they are giving so much incentive, not only like to have those higher tier ones. So you need higher tiers to burn them for better stuff. All these reasons. Also, just in the overworld, you want higher tiers so that you have more powerful alluvials you can play. But when it comes to like the normal ranked arena, you don't need anything except a stage 1.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you can play a stage 1 Ramfy and you can put on the board a Ramfire.
That's very
right?
true. That's very true.
And that's for that reason, I think tons of people are going to go out and collect as many like stage ones as they can. Because if you just have 3 stage 1s of everything, you can play one of each of their things competitively. Yeah. And that's the minimum barrier to entry to play competitively. You just need stage 1s. So there's this.
Yeah.
I think stage 1s are going to be in high demand. Which also sort of decreases the supply because people just want to hold on to their stage 1s, right? So you've got a point on there.
You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about the Leviathan, because that's what I'm going to be having the most of the games, or because I don't want to be like wagering and stuff. I mean, I'm sure I will, but I want to play it where like the stats matter, your alluvial matters. I want to play that ranked version. But you're right. If you're playing the standard ascendant arena, the ranked, where you can play all of the stages, I think you are right. All right,
I'd say that you're gonna play. I just want to say that I think you're gonna play in Ascended Arena as well because that's the best place to practice as well.
Oh, 100%, 100%, 100%.
Leviathan, you go because you've practiced. You've already like gotten to the point where you've gotten sick, and then you've bought some nice alluvials that like have good stats, or you're just a degen, which is your main reasoning basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, because I would love to imagine like it'd be so cool to have like it'd be sick to have like, oh yeah, cool, we have a rank like me and you PvP. Like it'd be cool to have me and you versus each other in the Ascendant arena, the standard one. But for content wise, I think it'd be way cooler. Even if we don't wager anything, it'd be way cooler to be like, yo, my real deck against your real deck. Who caught the stronger alluvials, right?
I do really hope that they have Leviathan and it's accessible without wagering, because then you can still play with the stats, right? That for sure will be very interesting as well.
There is. I'm almost 100%.
These Mozart skins though are nuts.
Mental. I've seen so many and they're mental. So this is obviously the snail one. But yeah,
I think it's underrated how much people are gonna want their Mozart looking sick, because he's just always with you.
I thought that I was not going to do anything, but then just like based on all of the skins that we've seen, I'm like, yo, it's hard to say no, right? You're giving us so many. You're going to be
tempted. You're going to be tempted. Yeah. It won't be your priority starting out, but like down the road, you'll be tempted.
All right. So the next one is this one. I think this was 4th of July, right? We got this out. And there's just a couple of like alluvials here. You have Atlas. You have this one, the mammoth, the baby mammoth. I don't know the name. I also don't know this fox. Doka, Cux, obviously, and the Red Panda, which was thanks to Illuvium. What do you guys, again, immediate thoughts? Vetemor, what do you think when you see this?
That's super cute anime.
Super cute, yeah. I'm keen, man. I really want them, and there's the other animation that they put out, the animated kind of picture that they put out ages ago. And it just makes me excited for like a TV show, right? it makes me feel like they get this, the potential is like it's definitely there. But what about you, Skyrox? What do you reckon?
It feels a little bit law breaking. No, I really like it. What I do want every time I see one of these sorts of things, I wonder what it's going to be used for moving forward. A TV show is not what came into my head. I like the idea of them giving away these things as NFTs and things like that.
I got it. I know exactly what we got with this. This is exactly where we're going to go. Are you guys ready? Did you guys ever play Dead or Alive or Tekken?
No. I played Tekken a little bit. Yeah.
Yo, there was a Tekken volleyball game. What we're going to have here is Illuvium volleyball. It's going to happen the same way that Mario has Mario Tennis. We're going to have Illuvium volleyball. This was the hit right here. You heard it here first.
I think you're overthinking it.
We can make that a mini game in the dating sim.
We can make that a mini game in Star Atlas, right? I'm just
Yeah, if Illuvium's a mini game of Star Atlas, then is the volleyball mini game the mini game of the mini game?
Oh my god,
guys, what has happened?
Oh my goodness! All right, so this the Dodo signature move. So I think this is going to be like when you capture him or something like that in the NFTs. It's just a bit of an animation. I think it's cool, man. I'm excited for when we see all of them. Like we've seen the Axodon do his like legendary roar that we see there. But what do you guys think about the Cucks, the Cucks line? Because I think like I know Frobe loves this line.
I love this line. I'm also terrified when playing against this line because I've been beaten by a rogue Cuck multiple times just because their Omega just makes whatever it's hitting, like when it casts it, obviously loads of things just start targeting that unit and it just dies.
It just makes it paper, yeah.
First thing I think when I see this leak is how are we gonna make a cosplay of this? Because that's what Frobe was talking about the other day. Imagine how much padding you're gonna have to put in your costume. But
yeah.
I want to see someone do it.
Yeah, man, I need to find a good image of a Cuck so I can put Frobe's face on it. I need to make that happen. This is all. I think this is concept art, right? There's no way this is in game right now. That makes no sense.
No, you can see the artistic brushstrokes and everything.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say that. So this is crystal shards. There was like a whole bunch of these. I've used them for a couple like thumbnails already. But what do you guys think about like the concept art for crystal shards?
I think above all else, they've done a killer job of making every region feel unique, which I think is going to be really important moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much you can do with that, but just the fact that they feel unique is good. It's going to keep the game feeling fresh for way, way longer. You guys have probably seen my video with the clickbaity title.
I think the cool thing with everything that we've seen in all of these regions is like the scale of it, right? And I mentioned this in my videos previously as well, but it's like you can physically see. Let me zoom in. Like this is the Ranger. Like, this is the Ranger compared to this. Like, yo, it's just mental. Like, exploring all of this, like, when it's all, like, set dressed and everything looks perfect in the game, it's just going to feel magical. And, like, Vetemor, we already discussed it. It's got, like, that Avatar Pixar-esque vibe, right? The colors that they use. But, yeah.
See, this is so ballsy, right? The scale. Because it's so easy to do, like, a huge scale, and then the world feels super boring. But from what we've seen on everything, I mean, Crimson Waste and it's nearing completion, and all the blockouts and things, they've got it on lock. They know what they're doing, and I'm just excited.
Oh,
yeah. The other thing that's exciting to do in a huge world is like because they've done like loads of levels and different stuff. Some like getting to certain places will be challenging, so it almost feels like there's multiple puzzles within each like giant map. Which I think is cool. I think it's super cool.
Yeah, I think,
bro. I think these are real, man. These are real.
This one is. This one definitely is. This is the outsourcing one. Yeah. These are concept.
The other ones aren't the. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So those
totally
were concept.
Real.
These ones. Yeah. This is the outsource from Liatis.
I'm not convinced. I don't think this one's real.
This is
you
real,
don't think
bro.
so?
This one's real. This one's real.
I think this is real, man. Because these are the guys.
We've seen that scene. That scene might be real.
Yeah, because these are the guys that did the battle board that we saw in the leak. And we saw the level of like polish that they already put on that one. So all of this, I'm almost certain is real. This is already done.
Maybe.
This is what it looks like. Yeah, man. Yo, do you guys have a favorite, like, take away your favorite alluvial comes from this region? Like, aesthetically, do you guys have a favorite region so far? I'll ask Vetemor. No, I'll ask Skyrox first.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think no one hurt me, but I think Crimson Waste might actually be my least favorite.
Yeah.
Region so far. I don't. Maybe it's just because I've seen a lot of it.
Yeah.
And maybe because I've mostly only seen the inside of that cave.
Mm.
But so far, I'm loving all these other regions a lot more. Probably Brightland Steps is starting to look like my favorite. I like the idea of floating rocks. That's always been a favorite sci-fi sort of thing, or sci-fi fantasy type deal of mine. So yeah, it's probably on top of my list for now.
Yeah. Sashi, yeah, that's a good one. Let's go most like anticipated and kind of least anticipated. What do you reckon for Vetemor?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely bored of Crimson Waste at this point. Nothing against it. I'm sure it's going to be fun to play on, but I feel like I've seen so many leaks of it, and I've, as a content creator, used it for backgrounds and shit so many times that I feel like I've been there. But that's not my fault or anyone's fault. Like, it's fine. The one that I think is like catches my eye the most, I'm actually not sure what it's called. Don't hate me, guys. But it's got like the multicolored rice patties looking things.
I think that's Halcyon Sea.
Halcyon Sea, yeah. Because it just looks so vibrant, and I just like the vibrant colors side of Halcyon Sea because it's like very like rainbow.
I've got the things.
We saw that in the leak, right? Halcyon Sea is the one with the coral and the shells, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yo, Vetemor, don't hate me.
Salt lakes and stuff on my poster.
Yeah. Yo, Vetemor, don't hate me. The least anticipated for me is Halcyon Sea, just because
man.
I saw in the overworld leak, it just felt very open, like incredibly open, and I kind of like that like claustrophobic feeling in the game where you're in caves or exploring, or at least like a mixture. But also in Halcyon Sea, we didn't see like I don't know if you guys caught that, but the massive shell, they were saying that cabins in there, so you could go into those things and have and explore the cabins. So we didn't see any of that, but based on the outsiders, I'm not really too keen on this. The one I'm most keen on has to be Brightland Steps or what's the ice one? Oh my god, I'm forgetting it right
Tiger
now.
Boreal.
That's the one, Tiger Boreal. I think those two, like just the aesthetic of Brightland Steps, to me is super exciting. But I think the adventuring of Tiger Boreal is really cool, like the little cabins going in, even the aesthetic of like the icebergs and stuff like the icicles in the caves. I think that's, and again, like the geysers, right? I think it's geysers or gazers?
Geysers,
like,
yeah.
They shoot you up. I think that's just madness. But all right, so this is another one of these. So this is pretty much the same thing. I think just added with the shockwaves that we saw earlier. So
I think it looks cooler with the shockwaves. That looks
of course, it looks sick with the shockwaves, right?
And the shockwaves have that like hex pattern. So is that like some kind of a force field around the planet?
I think they mentioned that they did leak that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because in the trailer, if we look at the cinematic trailer,
there's two shockwaves. When they break the
because you hit they hit the barrier, so that's part of the law. 100%, this is part of the law.
Yeah,
it's such like Hunger Games vibes.
Yeah. Or like The Simpsons when they're in the dome. I'm just.
I said The Simpsons.
So this is just the textures. The textures on the ripe plants, I want to say, right? The poison.
Plants.
Right, yeah. So man, the poison just looks sick dripping down. I can't wait till all of the alluvials are actually made to like this level, right? Where it's like all of those minute kind of details really like just show themselves. Like, can I zoom in on this? I can't. But like, look at the thickness of the poison dripping down. Like, it's such small details that just make it so cool.
I like how it falls on himself.
Yeah. And it's fine. It's completely fine. All right. So this is again the second part of this was just the shard activation. There's not really too much to say here just about the animation. I think it's pretty cool.
I disagree. I think the fact that it's a square card is really telling.
Okay.
I think it's going to be in your deck in some way, and that's why it looks like a square card.
Interesting. Yo, look at
What's going to be in your deck? The shard?
Yeah.
I would say it's going to be your...
it looks like it's printing a new card because it's capturing an Illuvium.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's like...
That's how I was seeing it.
I agree with Vetemor, actually. I think it's kind of like, you using what's the shard in your inventory and then like fusing it into a card that you can put into your deck. That's the way I kind of see it as well. I agree.
Come on, Scoriox. I thought you understood 3D printing technology.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Vetemor, this was your one, right? House you can see all the
It looks so sick, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cute. It appeals to my inner, like, I don't know what, but it's cute.
Inner what? Yo, finish that sentence, fam. Inner what?
No, I don't know. It's just cute, man.
I don't know.
It's like weeb vibes.
Weeb vibes, yo, my God. All right, so, yo, this was sick. I love this, man. The Male Ranger. Yo, I'm so excited for the customization. Yo, this guy looks way too dressed up. Like
this guy looks like he's gonna be part of a story arc, but not like a character you can play.
Yeah. But yo, this guy looks like he's going for like a ball or something, man, like a formal dance. Like what is this?
He might be like one of the captains or something.
Yeah, agreed.
Is the lore like the best kept secret in gaming or some shit?
The lore is the best kept secret because no one knows the lore.
Yeah,
like, I'm actually like, if they had to hide anything, I'm glad it's the lore. I'm
glad it's the lore as well.
100%. But yo, the one thing that like I don't believe is Aaron has come out multiple times being like, "Oh man, I've told you guys the ending of the story. I've told you guys everything," and we're like, "No, you haven't. You're lying to us." The uncured shards.
They look
sick,
so
man.
sick. They look.
Yeah,
so
I think
sick.
there's two. I think I got two of them. So I think we have this one, and is there one more? No, we don't. But yeah, I think they just look cool. The arena being worked on. I'm excited for customizable battle boards, to be honest. I think that's going to be really cool. And I think that's just going to be another revenue stream for Illuvium in general. And I think it'll be cool. I think, because Scarox, the thing that we were talking about with Andrew about the 4 pillars of like a successful game, and the last one being, what's the thing called? Like community
driven, community built,
yeah, community built. I think the battle boards is such a good place to do that, and that would give us all 4 pillars. I think that would be like my approach to it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should have community built?
I think I disagree on battle boards being the right place. I think I've said it before. I think Vulcan said it before. What I'd really like to see is like some kind of like engine where you can use Illuvium assets to build like different levels yourself, and maybe even make like obstacle courses and like share that. Like that's a mad way of making community driven stuff. Because like, how do you actually make a custom board? Do you just make it for yourself, or like is it just your half of the board, or is it just what you can see? It just gets kind of complicated of having customizable boards. It feels like there's so many other places where you'd want to customize first. Although I think it would be cool if you can customize it a little bit, but like how, to what level that makes any kind of sense within the lore is another question as well.
In my head, it's more a matter of scope. I feel like you can build an engine that people can click hexes on a board to customize it pretty quickly, in theory. Whereas building an engine for building your own levels and platforms and stuff is a lot harder. That being said, they've probably got more assets than most games in any industry. And being able to leverage that at some point would be pretty cool. Then you have the other side of it, right, where a lot of those assets are going to be, you'd assume are going to be used to build your FPS maps and stuff like that. So you get community-driven FPS maps, and they submit them, and you have competitions and things. Overall a win.
This is one of the best looking stage 1 armor skins I've seen. but it might be one. We haven't seen that many, but like it just looks really nice.
Because this is, have we actually seen, like, apart from like those little graphics that they've done, have we seen any skins actually put on
that's
the armor
we
like
haven't
this?
seen them actually put on the armor. This is actually 3D, and it just it looks so cool, man.
Yeah, this is the first one, right?
And the belts, like everything, it just looks. I don't know, man. It just looks sick.
If you had to pick one, like, just with your mind right now, right? If you had to pick one alluvial that you'd want to have the skin for, what would it be?
It might even just be like either Blazonite or Seaforus. I do like the purple, like glowy stuff. I think that it's just a cool color. But also, like, Blazonite's gonna be a nice fiery situation.
Yeah, for me, I would love to see Titanol, man. Like that silver kind of gloss, just like maybe add some bulk to it. I don't know if they could do that. If the skin is just like the color, or they actually gonna add some stuff to it.
No, they're gonna add stuff to it. They looks like each one looks slightly different.
But I feel like that'd be sick. That'd be sick. And actually talking about Titanol, the next one. This is actually sick. This is the actual NFT art, because I think we all forget that we're gonna have like the NFT art for each alluvial is, let me loop this real quick.
It actually moves.
It's actually gonna be it's gonna move, and it's gonna be somewhat different. So like the same way you have a Bored Ape Yacht Club or an Eth Lizard, you're gonna have something that kind of like loops like this. And yo, the quality of this, man, looks sick. Like the little jitters of the little pad over here, the blink, like. And I know Grant's been working on like a lot of these guys. I know I'm pretty sure this is what he's been focusing on right now, is the NFT art for all the alluvials. But man, what do you think here, man? This is just insane.
I mean, honestly, like Illuvium's NFTs, just our PFPs, just Illuvatars. Honestly, they're mind-blowingly amazing when compared to any other PFP project out there. And pretty much 99.9% of NFTs are just PFP projects. So, and then maybe there's some that's just like all the same picture and it's some kind of utility NFT, whatever. And then like they look sick. They're actually designed at a level where you can, on different looking base layers, you can add different MAD, and then you get our actual in-game NFTs of alluvials, and you go even like a million steps beyond that, and to the point where I've seen some NFTs that are like actually digital and they loop, but they don't look like this, and they're not like so many unique characters, all with different body motions. Like most games, like it's humanoid or it's like a horse-like. Like there's only so many different normal forms. And we've actually created our own. It's just mad. It's just honestly crazy. Mad.
The quality is just next level, man. The quality is just next level. And actually, speaking of the Illuvatar, like again, Flish, right? I think this is.
Bro, I can feel the moisture on that tongue right now.
Yeah. This thing over here, mental, right? And it's just like, yo, look at the details in the like. It's just crazy. Like.
What was mad about like watching him do this like live on when Roger did one, how quick he did it. Two, the fact that none of this is actually a 3D model, but he just knows somehow how to make it look 3D. And like the lighting of like the candle on top of his head, the way that like it's just like, how do you see that? That is just artistic like genius.
It's crazy. Right, it's crazy.
It blows my mind. I really like this because it's just so much quicker, right? Than what it was before.
Is this just black? Yo, it's just a lot of black. Yeah, it's so much quicker, man. That's one thing, because right now he kind of just disappears. Nothing really happens.
He sits there for like 5 seconds underground doing nothing. Yeah.
And this looks cool. I think the animation looks cool. It's a lot faster as well. So I'm keen to see, man. Private Beta 2. I hope this is all implemented in Private Beta 2, because that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. All right, and we'll end off. This is the last one, man. We'll end off with this. Again, this is... Yo, I don't know if people have noticed this, but they've actually changed Atlas's hair a bit. Because previously, in everything that we've seen, it's just been stubs. But now it actually looks like hair. But yeah, so this isn't going to be 100% what the Hollow is going to look like. But this is an ideation of what it is. And again, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, again, we've talked about the quality like countless times. We've seen all of the leaks. What do you think about this one, man? Like, Are you gonna actually? This is a question, because I know some people aren't gonna be super crazy about hollows. are you going to be the type of person that's going to hunt for these hollows?
I don't think anyone can hunt for them. You just the best you can do is
grind
for them. But like you're grinding for other things, and then you stumble on them, maybe.
Correct.
And then the closest to grinding for them is just like making sure you got some mad shards to actually be able to catch them if you find them. If I find a hollow atlas, I'm wasting a tier 5 shard. I don't care. You know, like who cares?
If I find a hollow anything, tier 5 shard, it's like lock it in.
If I find a hollow shard, I'm using the hollow shard on anything.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I think it's sick, man.
Lock it down. But I've had different opinions. So obviously this right now is just them messing around with it. Like this isn't how it's gonna look necessarily. But like I don't know how I feel about hollows. They look kind of nuts. They look like oil has been like petrol has been spilled. So I'm like, how would this actually look in game? How would it feel? Because obviously like a shiny card is the same as a normal card, but it's just got some shininess. Whereas this is like the entire skin color of the thing is like looks like it's not quite in this dimension. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see how that actually looks. And I'm also wondering, like, have we actually seen any dark hollows yet? I wonder what they're going to look like.
Exactly what I was going to say, man. There's actually more than just the hollows, right? You have like the dark out hollows, shadow hollows. I don't even know, but like there's multiples, right? So if you don't like there's not just hollows and dark hollows. I think they said that there's multiple. Like there's others that they haven't told us about yet. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
I think I've asked Aaron because somebody made a list of like 5 different types or some shit. And then I think I asked Aaron, not all Grant, I'm not sure. And I think he said that Dark Hollow is going to be the max.
Right.
And then it's probably just going to be hollow. Like they're not. I don't know if they are planning to make a bunch, but
because if you go onto I could be wrong as well. Because if you go onto the Illuvium YouTube and like they've got ideations of like a whole bunch of different hollow rampires. So it's like they've got like an ultra rare, like an ultra dark hollow. They've got a dark hollow. They've got a hollow. I think, like you say, if you're not a fan of like this hollow in the game, and I can imagine some people might not be. This might just be a collectible thing that you might not play. But we don't know what the dark hollow looks like. We don't know what a potential ultra dark hollow or shadowless hollow, whatever that is, might look like in the game. So we'll have to wait and see.
I think generally the hollows are just like collector's items, and the only people that are going to be playing them are like people that are rich enough to flex with them, because like your average person, if they found one and if they could sell it for like 1,000 or multiple thousand bucks, like that thing's gone, because that's like rent or multiple rents for some people. Like why hold on to it when I can just sell it, buy another Atlas or whatever, you know, and then
and
take some winnings, you know, pay rent.
100%. But yo, man, honestly, thank you for coming. This video was way longer, always way longer than we thought. But I'm glad, because I was going to do this myself anyway, but it was cool to kind of have like a back and forth about all the leaks. So, man, thank you for coming on. Again, I don't know if you want to say anything, but all of your links are down below in the description. Anything you want to say to sign off with, man?
It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure coming on here. If you haven't already, leave a like on this video, guys, because you know it helps just the algorithm. I don't know. Just have a nice day, guys.
This guy hasn't made videos in so long, he doesn't even know what to say. But like, subscribe, notifications. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.